In this video, we will discuss about the peninsular plateau. You can see the map, and in the map there is a mark. The triangular shape on the south is your Deccan Plateau. On the north, above it is the Malwa Plateau, and on the eastern side there is a small area, and that is your Chota Nagpur Plateau. Now let's come to the peninsular plateau. The peninsular plateau is a tableland. So what is a tableland? Tableland is a flat land on the top of a mountain. It is composed of old crystalline, igneous and metamorphic rock. So the composition of this plateau or tableland is formed by crystalline, igneous and metamorphic rock. Why it is formed? It has been discussed previously. It is formed due to breaking and drifting of Gondwana land. So we have discussed about Gondwana land, how it broke and how it traveled and reached and crashed with the Eurasian plate. You know about it. One of the distinct features of the peninsular plateau is the black soil area known as Deccan Trap. In this area, in this plateau region, you have an area which is called Deccan Trap, where we find black soil which is good for cotton cultivation. This plateau consists of two divisions. Now we will discuss this plateau region in two divisions. The central highland, the peninsular plateau lying north of Narmada river, covering the major area of Malwa plateau, is known as central highland. So the top part area is known as the central highland. It is also known as Malwa plateau. Extending towards the east of the plateau, locally known as Bundelkhand or Baghelkhand. So this plateau consists of two regions, Bundelkhand and Baghelkhand. So top part is Malwa plateau, known as central highland. It has two local names, and the local name is Bundelkhand and Baghelkhand. Next we come to the southern part, and that is Deccan Plateau. So Deccan Plateau is a triangular landmass that lies to the south of river Narmada. Extension of the plateau is also visible in the northeast, which is known as Meghalaya, the Meghalaya and Karbi Anglong Plateau, and North Kachar Hills. So this area is located in the south part, but it has a little extension, and the extension part is towards the northeastern part of India, that is Assam, Meghalaya region, but that is not important as such. So the major part of it lies in the southern part. But in the eastern region, northeastern region also, we have some areas called Karbi Anglong and Kachar Hills. These hills also consists of plateau, and this plateau region is somewhat extension of this Deccan Plateau. Extension means it does not have direct link, but the composition of the plateau is more or less like the same of Deccan Plateau. The western and eastern Ghat marks the western and eastern edges of the ocean of the plateau respectively. So this Ghat region, this plateau region, the edge of the plateau region, that is the end of the plateau region, is called Eastern Ghat, and the on the western side, the edge of this plateau is called the Western Ghat. Now we will see the Eastern Ghat and Western Ghats. Some points, some basic points. Western Ghat lie parallel to the western coast. So Arabian Sea side, Bombay side, you have the western edge of the plateau. Eastern stretch from the Mahanadi Valley to Nilgiri Hills. So Mahanadi is the river in Orissa. In the eastern side, it stretches from Mahanadi to Nilgiri Hills in the south. The Western Ghat are continuous and can be crossed through passes. The Western Ghats are very high. you cannot cross them easily. It can be only passed, you can only cross this Ghat region through the passes, available passes. But Eastern Ghat is discontinuous, Eastern Ghat is broken. And why it is broken? Because most of the rivers in India flow towards the eastern side. They are higher, the Western Ghats are higher than Eastern Ghat, and average elevation is 900 to 1600 meter. If you see the height, then you will see Eastern Ghat is lower than the Western Ghat. Western Ghat is very high. The approximate height of Western Ghat is 900 meter to 1600 meter, whereas the average height of Eastern Ghat is just 600 meter. So one is 900 to 1600 meter high, one is just 600 meter high. And the last point is Anaimudi is the highest peak in the Eastern Ghat. So which is the highest peak in the Eastern Ghat? It is the Anaimudi peak. And in the Eastern Ghat, it is Mahendragiri. Mahendragiri is the highest peak in the Eastern